Hello everyone. So this is the summary of the poem The Darkling Thrush by Thomas Hardy. So these are the important points. This poem was published in 1900. This poem is about the end of 19th century and the uncertainty, hopelessness and disillusionment about the future. The title means that the bird that calls out in the night is a symbol of hope amid despair and darkness. So this is the text of the poem. I leaned upon a coppice gate. Coppice means made of wood. When frost was spectre grey. Spectre means ghost. And winter's tracks made desolate the weakening eye of day. The tangled by stems scored the sky like strings of broken lyres, and all mankind that haunted night had sought their household fires. So when the poem opens, speaker tells his experience while leaning against a gate in the countryside. So this poem is set in countryside. So this is the time of winter and frost looks scary like a ghost and sun looks pale in the grey sky. The speaker then compares the intertwined stems of climbing plants to the strings of a broken musical instrument. To the speaker, entire nature looks desolate and barren. During this time, all the people have gone to their homes to enjoy the warmth by sitting near the fire. The land's sharp features seem to be the century-scope's outline. His crypt, the cloudy canopy, the wind, his death lament, the ancient pearls of germ and birth were shrunken hard and dry, and every spirit upon earth seemed powerless as I. So next speaker says that the harsh features of landscape like hills and cliffs reflect the corpse of the century which has recently ended. It seems to the speaker that the clouds in the sky represent the tomb of the ended century and the wind is singing a mournful song to lament the end of the 19th century. So next he says that the fertile land has been replaced by the barrenness and unproductivity and every living thing appear hopeless and desolate to the speaker. At once a voice arose among the bleak twigs overhead in a full-hearted evensong of joy illimited. An aged thrush, frail, gaunt and small, in blast beruffled plume, had chosen thus to fling his soul upon the growing gloom. So amid this hopelessness and despair, speaker suddenly notices the voice of a songbird singing joyfully from dry and dead plants. This songbird looks old, small, and weak, and his wings look rough as if they are beaten by the wind. He has decided to sing out with full voice. It seems to the speaker that this bird is singing with all his soul in this growing darkness. So little cause for carolings of such an ecstatic sound was written on terrestrial things afar or nigh around, that I could think there trembled through his happy good night air some blessed hope whereof he knew, and I was unaware. So the speaker doesn't find any reason for this bird to be happy and joyful and singing this song. So he thinks that this bird knows something or a kind of secret which speaker doesn't know himself. And that's why this bird is singing happily among the bleakness and barrenness of nature. So this word symbolizes a kind of hope for the speaker that this depression and hopelessness can be replaced by hope and rebirth. And here the poem ends.